Well, welcome everyone to GGN. My website is ggnonline.net. It's called Global Government News if you're new to it. I'm sure most of you are probably normal listeners, but if you are new, this is it. You can follow by email on YouTube, ddarko2012 and ddarko2013 are my YouTube channels. You can find the goal of GGN and also some more information as far as who I am, what I'm doing here. This will be a short video. It should actually be under 10 minutes, which would be, I think, a record for GGN. Upper Midwest struck by unusual autumn tornadoes and snowstorms. And last week's report, we pretty much covered what was going on with the big Haarp circle over 3/4 of the country, aiming right at the center of it. All of the aerosol spraying, gave you the aerosol forecast. And yeah, and we got what we thought we were going to get, right? A bunch of rain, and there's actually tornadoes and snowstorms. The upper Midwest was recovering on Saturday from an unusual autumn wallop from a fierce snowstorm that trapped dozens of people in their vehicles in western Dakota. Also, swarms of tornadoes left at least 15 people injured in Nebraska and Iowa. And even in the Rocky Mountains, it got hit by a blizzard that dumped, 3 feet of snow. As far as the Haarp status for today goes, they're still just, I guess at the Haarp station, they're just clicking, they have the button on, and maybe they fell asleep, but either way, it's not at the high level of that purple that it was at, or violet, but it's still at moderate high levels. You could, you can still feel it. This says here still a low medium for most of the country, so. And I could see yesterday when there was some clearing up from that rain, you can see where the regular cumulus clouds are moving kind of low, but you could see all of the modified aerosols, the chemicals up there being rippled and being they'd sit there and then you could see them like they're being directed or something remotely. You see them move and then they stop and then they go in one direction and they go the other direction. Not like they're being moved by wind, because of the ripples and that, and they're just their pattern. They're being moved by some dude in an office or something. So this is for Saturday. This is 10/5, and this is, so it's not so much a forecast as it is, this is what it was, and this would be perfect because they were harping this part right here at pushing it off. You could just tell, right? That's what was going on. So this was Sunday, pretty much the same thing. Then here's today right here. You have all of this stuff, this big part of the East Coast, all the way up until almost eastern Indiana, up to northern Canada, that down to Florida, and that actually moving off east out to the ocean. But you have this huge wall of chemicals heading basically over down from what is this Tijuana and all that, northern Mexico, up into Canada. Basically a quarter of the country here in the west. So who knows what kind of magic they're going to come up with as far as this week's goes. I'm looking forward to this. This is the weatherspace.com. I have an account so I can see it on weekends, but sometimes they won't make it available if you don't sign on for an account. I think it's free, but you can donate to them. They're going to have a day 4 coming soon and a day 5, so I look forward to that. Someone mentioned about squash bugs, and then I saw this article. Stink bugs are creeping and crawling across Indiana. And I noticed this myself all throughout the Midwest, basically. But they said here that what they think they came from was they were hopping on, or they were coming in from China. It makes sense that 50% of this stuff that we get, at least conservatively, 50% of the products that we get, that we use, is what? It's from China. So we're going to get some of their stuff. But also what I found about these bugs were that they say that they're found throughout the world, but most species are found in the tropics and the subtropics. So it can go either way, right? 50% because they're changing the weather, and 50% because they're just coming in through the imports from China. But it's probably both. Anyways, that's all I have for you right now. Look at that, under 5 minutes. That is a record. So I'm going to have 2 more videos I'm going to bust out here tonight. War on Terror, Liberty, Sovereignty, and the government shut down, some stuff about, some conspiracy stuff, what was going on in the Capitol, possible martial law. Like I said, it's already instituted through the police and the police state, the militarized police state. But anyways, please join me in part 2 and 3. This is GGN and I'm Darko. Thank you.